Good morning, happy Wednesday, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. We have now got the next 4 stages of the Fanhome release of Build the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. Now in these 4 stages I need to throw away the fact that I build models on YouTube because I'm going to become a glazier. I'm going to be doing lots of things to do with windows today. We do have the top panel of the car as well, which is pretty impressive, which I'll be showing you in stage 70. But if you want to get this for yourself, I have put the link down here in the video description. You can get this all the way from pack 1 from the folks over at Fanhome. But this should be interesting. Never done glazing before, but I know it's going to involve some double-sided sticky tape. Anyway, without further ado, let's get cracking. So this is stage 67 here. Once again, I'll just give you a quick guide through the magazine here. As you can see, we have got the window and the frame to put in, and we've got some double-sided sticky tape pads here. And what we're going to be doing is just actually putting these all around the frame, as you can see there. So at the end of it, we're going to have a window that's all prepared, looking just like that. So I've got stage 67 here. As you can see, the window is quite big. It just dictates the size of the vehicle here. And what we've got is we've got the frame. We've got the actual window, should I say. That's what the window looks like. I'm just trying not to get any fingerprints on that at all. Then we've got the frame and we've got the double-sided pad there as well. Now it's actually the frame that we're going to be putting the double-sided pad on, I believe. I'll have one in here, just like that. You get the idea. And we're going to put these all the way around. So what I'll do is I'll show you what this looks like and we'll come back. So when that's all done, it should look just like that, and that's all there is to do in that stage. And this is stage 68 here, and as you can see, we've got some more windows to put in. Looks like we've got a frame and a little quarter light there to put in, which we are going to be putting into the frame that we had from stage 61. Now I have got that here, so I'll bring that up shortly. So I'll show you how that looks. So by the end of it, we have got this little quarter light in like that. Now as you can see, even though we have got the quarter light in this pack, we do have a larger window as well, which I don't think we're actually dealing with in this stage. All about the glazing. I'm going to get out the Quarterlight panel because that's what I'm working on. And just this little bit of trim here as well. And what I need to do is I need to push this bit of trim just into the holes that we've got in that Quarterlight panel here. So get it lined up, push them all the way in. It will hold itself. So now that looks just like that. That's now ready to install in the frame of the car. So let's bring up the frame. That looks like that, if you remember. All good. Gonna dust off where we're actually putting this, going in this window here. And it has got these lugs just on here, so it's basically just going to line up with the window like that, and we're just going to push that into place like that. We're going to be keeping that in with some screws, and they're the screws that come in this stage. These are these tiny MP screws here, and where these lugs actually connect to this window, I'm going to screw these in, and that will keep the window in place. You don't want to put these too tight because there is a danger of you cracking the window. Don't want to do. I'm actually putting them in with my wearer screwdriver. It's thinner and I've got more control over it, but I'm tightening it up with my heavy duty screwdriver. As you can see, I start it with this one. Very hard to turn with that one. But with my heavy duty one, make short work of it. Again, I'm trying not to hold the window. I'm just trying to hold it at the frame. So that's 2 of them in, and we've just got one MP screw just to put in at the very back which again is going to be a little bit tricky to get to. I'm going to go through the bottom wheel arch here to line that up, and then get that screwed in as well. This time I can actually get the full force of my wearer through it, so I don't need to use two screwdrivers on that, but that is in place. That's all there is to do in that stage. So that's going to bring us to issue 69. And once again, we have got another little Quarterlight here doing exactly the same thing as we did last time. It's just going to go into the other side here. We're not using the big windows that come in this pack, so we're going to save them for afterwards. So pretty much, this is just an exact mirror of what we've just done. So we should be able to whiz through this. I'm keeping these packs though, because this big window here, we don't actually use yet, but we are going to be using it. So that's all of those pieces. Keep those bits safe there. Once again, I'm going to put this little bit of trim panel just into this side here and push that down, making sure it's all the way in. Excellent. Bring up the car again, and this time it's going in this side. So let's line that up just like that, and once again MP screws to keep this in place. It gets harder because obviously the other window's in now, so I'm limited to where I can actually get my screwdriver. There you go, that's the other window in, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Okay, you're going to love this. This is issue 70 now. Now in issue 70, as you can see here, we have got the top of the vehicle. I'm going to have to keep this really safe, and I will show you what that looks like in a second. But we're going to be putting in the rear window that we had in the previous pack. That came in issue 66, and that looks just like this. We're going to be putting that in place. We're going to be putting the front window in, as you can see there. We're going to be putting some screws to hold all of those in. Then we've got these side windows which we've been saving. They're going to go in as well. So by the end of it, the top frame is going to look just like this. Pretty impressive. Which means I need to show you what this looks like. Check this out. This is great. Okay. Get this out. And it looks just like that. We've got some screws and some double-sided tape on this section as well. Get them all out. But look at the paintwork on that. That is amazing. And if I switch cameras, I just want to see how big this actually is. Now you can picture this, can't you? As a matter of fact, I've recently been to Universal Studios in Hollywood. I took a picture of this car. I took quite a few. Check these out. Now you can see how this is going to look. Pretty amazing. Okay, so let's bring up this frame that we've seen previously. I'm just going to zoom out my top camera here because we're going to be putting the windows in. So the front window is going to go in here, just like this, sitting in those points. And then we've got the rear window is going to be sitting on the back points, just over here, like that. Excellent. It's making sure it's on the lugs, so it's not going anywhere. Perfect. We're going to be putting the roof over the top of this now to hold all of that in place. I've got that here, and that's going to go on just like that. Excellent. That looks good. And now I'm going to have to hold that in just at the back first with some LM screws. I don't want to damage this, so I am going to be putting down my Partworks upgrade mat, because we do have to turn it upside down, as you can see. Now we're going into metal, so I'm putting this in, but it's going to take 6 LM screws. So let's put these in. One in this one here first. One next to it. Over this side. Just here. And then one just in this hole here. And then we just repeat that on the other side. So the next thing to do is to secure the middle section down with 4 LM screws. So one at the back here, if I just tilt this up a second, one at the back here, one at the front here, one at the front here, one at the back here. Turn it over, That's looking absolutely lovely. We're going to be putting the sides on now. Now, I thought these were windows. They're actually frames. We're just going to put these in the lugs that we've got at each side here. Probably best on the side camera. But once that's in on that side, we're actually going to be screwing this in. Now, it gets screwed in with 2 MP screws just in the middle section, 2 OP screws just at the back here. So I'm just going to turn this over and I'll get those screws lined up. So the OP ones, which are the bigger screws, go towards the Quarterlight at the back. And then the really, let me show you that. The really tiny NP screws just go at the 2 at the front. So when that's in, that should look like that. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Now, it is worth noting that we have got 2 screw holes at the front here. We don't actually put those in yet. That's these are actually loose still at the moment. Just turn it back over. Looking absolutely lovely. Going to get off any dust on here. Keep it nice and clean. I've already got fingerprints on my window. So the last thing to do, get some tweezers, and I'm just going to take all the sticky back off this to leave the adhesive underneath showing. This is going to take a while, so I'll come back to this. You know what? That took longer than expected. Let me just chuck out this rubbish, because all we're going to do is we're going to press this onto the windshield of the car, which I've got here. As you can see, we do have lugs in here to line these up. So I'm going to push the lugs into where they go, and then push this all the way in around the whole section here. And as you can see, as I'm going around, I'm pushing it from both sides because I don't want to put undue pressure on the glass. But as you can see, it's nice and flush on there. And that is the windscreen in place. And that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So what did you think of that, huh? That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Wow, the Dodge is coming along. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, once again, I have put the link down here to the Fanhome website. You can get that all the way from pack 1. But I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Tonight, for the Patreons, we're going to be building a mechanical dragonfly. Should be quite fun, and that's from the folks over at Mayu Store. So if you want to check that out, the link to join the Patreon is at the end of this video. But other than that, take care.